Earlier today, Crystal Mangum, the Duke Lacrosse whole rape scandal from 2006. I remember when this happened. Didn't follow it as closely, but she was a student at North Carolina Central at the time. She worked part-time as a striptease dancer, worked at a little titty bar, shows you what kind of integrity she had. And she's right now, people are saying, well, first, before you even get into everything, why isn't she in jail? She should be locked up. The question is, should that be considered a crime for false accusations? That's really what it is. She's already locked up for stabbing her boyfriend and killing him. She's doing 18 years right now. So she can't be locked up. If it was up to me, I don't know, I'd send her to the chokey or something like that. But this is the news on what they broke down. She went on this podcast recently, and as she's doing the 18-year bid, now she has the courage to admit that she basically put on the front and lied this whole time.
Nearly 20 years later, Crystal Mangum says she was lying the whole time.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong when God already loved me for who I was, regardless. I didn't need to seek validation from him because I already had validation from him. I just didn't know it. And I hurt my brothers. And I hope that they can forgive me. And I want them to know that I love them. And they didn't deserve that. And I hope they can forgive me. And that I hope that they can heal and trust God and know that God loves them, and that God is loving them through me, letting them know that they're valuable and that they didn't deserve that.
Joining me now is CNN's Gene Casares, who reported heavily on this case. Gene, give us a sense.
All right, so there you have her little explanation right there, and she's putting up her little fake tears. It's kind of crazy how she's trying to admit to being wrong, and she's holding accountability, but yet she's still playing victim at the same time, right? And somebody said, where's Joy Reid? Where's Al Sharpton? Where's Yeah, because we know if this is the other way around, we'd all be like, everyone would be going crazy. Can you imagine if some white girl just came out of nowhere and says, oh, I admit I lied on those black boys? Now, we had the Carly chick a couple years ago lied and said she got kidnapped, and it was a whole ruse. Like, what is going on with people these days? But this has been going on for a long time. She put it out there. Yeah, people, women, anybody, you out here faking kidnappings and faking rape cases and shit. Yeah, you should go to jail for that. Now, of course, she's already in there, so you can't really do much to her at this point, and that's why she put it out there. If she wasn't in jail, you think she would have admitted to this? No. Now, Duke paid her $20 million. Should they sue? Should they get involved? They probably had the case to. I mean, I don't know what you could sue now. She's locked up. She's not going to be able to pay you. I mean, there ain't but so many honey buns and shit she could sling in the slammer. She can't do nothing for you now. But they paid her $20 million to each claim. It was two of these boys, 2 or 3? I mean, she was loaded. Like I say, she was a stripper. She had her whole lifestyle out there in Durham. But this chick is off her rocker. And nobody wants to talk about these. It's becoming a trend where we're seeing a lot of women out here coming out either faking kidnappings or faking rape cases. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't tired of this shit yet? When are we gonna start slamming down the gavel and making this a law? Guys, this is wrong. And she ruined those guys, pretty much ruined their image. I mean, that's a small little town up there, and everybody knows them, and they will always be attached to this case because of her lies. And I mean, allegedly, they found her on one of those little freak escort phone, late at night, you see those little escort commercials, and you call a number. That's how they got in contact with her. Like, she ain't up to no good, man. But this is a shame. And then this lady comes on, and she further on talks about the case.
Accusations and the result were at that time. I remember, you remember this story all too well. I mean, this was literally a firestorm of a story back in 2006. The entire country was watching it, and to hear this admission all these years later, it's just extraordinary.
And 3 young lives were destroyed at that time. You know, it was 2006. It was Durham, North Carolina. I was there. I was covering this. And Crystal Mangum made the accusation that she was raped by David Evans, Cullen Finnerty, and Reed Segelman. And there were charges, very serious sexual assault charges that had terms of imprisonment for the rest of their lives. And in Durham, that's where it started, and everyone took Crystal Mangum's side because she came out with details, very specific, graphic details. And the young men said, we didn't do this. But Duke University did not stand by them either. They were just really silent, but everyone was focused that she was telling the truth. They weren't. Then it went to a national level, and their names became household names, and they were taken into court on these very serious charges, and they were in college. They were at Duke University. Furthermore, the lacrosse team, their entire season was canceled. The coach was fired. So there were ramifications from it. Now, 1 year later, the Attorney General exonerated them of innocence. But there's so much more to the story.
Yeah, these guys, it's a shame, too, because the DNA didn't match. They still went along with her whole stance. And these guys, like I say, coaches were fired. Team money was dished out. A lot of people's lives were ruined behind this. And it's just sad to see it continue to keep going on and on. And like I say, this is Me Too movement, and a lot of this nonsense is attached to this. And I'm not saying all women are lying out here, but a lot of them have been playing games for a long time now. Y'all know this. And it shouldn't even be a shock to anybody, but you're not going to see that many people really talk about this as much as they should. And they really should. This video only had like 47,000 views on CNN. I'm like, are y'all serious? You know what I mean? Like, this was a top story. I know 2006 was a long time ago, but still, a lot of people's lives were affected by this shit. And she's talking about, I hope y'all heal, and she hurt her brothers. Like, man, what? Like, what are you talking about? And who had her on that podcast? Everybody's got a damn podcast now. But yeah, this chick, like I said, she's a little nutty anyway. She's currently serving time for killing her boyfriend, stabbing him to death anyway. So yeah, y'all don't have to worry about seeing her on the streets no time soon as she serves that 18-year bid. And I mean, they should probably tack some more time on that after this situation, honestly. I'd give her another 20. Add another dub on that. And let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like, share, subscribe.